Hello everybody and welcome to Morning Minutes. So today we're going to start off in Hero's Pose, so sitting back on our heels. If you'd like, you can grab some blocks to use in your forward fold, but other than that, we don't really need any other materials. This can be done in your living room, just on your carpet or a hard surface. It's really up to you. You don't need your mat today. So we're just going to sit up nice and tall, bring our shoulders right back over our hips. Let's take a deep inhale, arms come up overhead. And then exhale, cactus, open your arms, lifting your chest to the sky. Inhaling again, fingertips reach towards the sky. And then exhale, cactus, open those arms. Chest is lifting here. One more time, inhaling, fingertips reach towards the sky. And then exhale, open your chest. And then keep those elbows right where they are. Try to bring them to your shoulder height here. And then really squeeze those shoulder blades together and lift your heart towards the ceiling. Gaze can come up towards the ceiling or eyes can be closed. It's your choice. Breathe here. Don't hold your breath. Another inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, they'll come down towards the earth. Hands come right underneath our shoulders. And then our knees right underneath our hips. Let's tuck our toes here. Shift your weight forward on an inhale. And then exhale, press your hips back towards your heels, stretching through your arches of your feet. Now, option is stay here, or you can walk your hands up to your thighs and gently lean back for a nice quad stretch here, and then also stretching down those feet, giving it a little bit more of an intense stretch. If this doesn't feel good, always come back down into your tabletop position. Again, breathing here, don't hold your breath. Notice the difference between pain and stretching. If it's painful, back out of it. I like to slightly lean back a little bit more just to feel a real deep stretch down the front side of my legs. Another inhale will bring us all forward. Let's bring our hands right underneath our shoulders here and then tap out the tops of our feet. Beautiful. Then we'll take our hands one palm's length in front of where they're at. Set up for our downward facing dog hands. Let's tuck our toes again here. And then this time we're just going to lift our knees up about 2 to 3 inches up off the mat. So let's take a deep inhale. And then exhale, lift our knees, again, about 2 to 3 inches off the mat. Mine are actually about 4. So just hovering our knees here and then really pulling your lower belly and lower ribs to protect your low back. Press firmly through both hands so you're not sinking in your shoulders. Breathe here, legs are firing up. And then gently release. You can rock your hips from side to side, untuck your toes. Coming back through this little turbo dog here. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then exhale, fire up those legs. Knees are hovering, pull that low belly in. Breathe through it. Legs are working hard, pressing firmly through all hands, fingers, and knuckles. And then just gently bring those knees back down to the earth. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and rock your hips from side to side. You can begin to take any organic movement you'd like. Maybe take some full body circles here in your tabletop position. I'm going to come into a few cat-cows so you can join me or continue with any organic movement you need this morning. So I'm going to take a deep inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, hips lift, and then exhale, rounding my spine, pulling my belly button in and tucking my tailbone under. So really make sure that you're getting this body movement and not just your head, like this. A lot of people sometimes forget about the spinal movement in our cat-cows and really allowing your belly to expand. And we get stuck in this head movement of looking up and down. So really make mindful movements with your breath. Really tapping into the full potential of each pose. Just a few more rounds of breath here. So if you'd like to come back to that organic movement, if you're taking a few cat-cows, you may. Then we'll all come back through center again, walking our hands out one palm's length from where they are, coming into our first and pretty much only downward facing dog today. So tuck our toes, take a deep inhale breath here, and then exhale, press your hips up and back. And you can begin to walk out your feet if you'd like, shifting your hips from side to side. You can shake your head yes, shake your head no. Or find a little bit of stillness as you soften through your knees, hips send high to the sky, and our spine lengthens towards the earth. Pressing firmly through our fingers, knuckles, and palms, not just dumping that weight into our wrists. Your heels don't have to be on the floor here. The point of downward facing dog is to lengthen through our spine and not really have our legs stick straight here. So it's okay to keep those heels elevated. Take a few more rounds of breath in any movement that your body's craving. And we'll all come back through center. Inhale high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or walk to the top of your mat. Let's take our feet out as wide as our mat, coming into our forward fold. This is where your blocks can come in handy, maybe a chair or your couch. You can grab opposite elbows here if you don't have a block, or just let your hands dangle. Soften through your knees here, bring your belly to your thighs, and then release any tension in your neck, taking your gaze directly behind you. Breathe into your spine. Allow those vertebrae to open up and lengthen so that top of your head is trying to touch the ground and lengthen and stretch out here. Work through any stiffness. And then if you'd like to incorporate some movement, you can shift from side to side. Well, I'll come back through center. I'm going to take my hands to the earth and lift myself up just a bit so I can bend my knees and heel toe my feet back together to hip width distance. We're going to inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. Arms will reach up overhead here, standing in our Tadasana. And then exhale, hands come down. So really adjusting your Tadasana for you. I like to have my feet hip width distance here. My toes are spread wide and gripping the mat. Shoulders and hips and ankles are all in one line. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead, deep inhale. And then exhale, float your hands down, very slow with control with your breath. Again, just like that. Inhale, palms face up as our hands come through center. And then exhale, palms face away as they come down by our side. Now let's incorporate our heels here. Let's inhale, coming up onto our tippy toes. Big, deep stretch. And then exhale with control. Slowly lower your hands and heels down at the same time. So it takes a little bit of concentration. Inhale, reaching up slow with control. And then exhale, releasing that breath alongside your hands and heels, slow with control. 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching up tall, pull those shoulders down away from your ears. And then exhale, slow with control. It's okay if you get wobbly. Come all the way down. Last one, biggest stretch today. Inhaling, reach up tall, stay here. Breathe for 1 breath cycle. Maybe come a little bit higher if you can. Ankles are working hard. And then exhale with control. You got it. Legs are working. Coming back down through center. Beautiful. So we're coming into what I like to call happy breath. So we're going to take this into a chair pose and then take our arms and sweep them behind us, but with our breath. So we're going to move slow through the first few. Option to stay there with that flow, or you can really swing your arms and get your breath pumping in with it. So, coming to the top of our mat here, feet are hip width distance. We're gonna inhale, our arms sweep up overhead, and then exhale, sink low into your chair, getting comfy here. Fingertips are reaching as high as they can, that's comfortable. And then our weight is in our heels. Hips are sinking back and you can see your toes. Let's take an inhale, lift our chest to the sky. And then exhale, hands will follow us as we hinge forward from our hips, sweeping our fingertips behind us so they're reaching towards the back end of our mat. Soften through your knees every time you come into this forward fold. Legs are not straight. Inhaling here, lifting back up into our chair pose. And then exhale, hinging forward from our hips, softening through those legs. Fingertips are reaching behind us. Again, inhaling, arms reach up. And then exhale, coming down. So getting in with the motion of it. Now you can stay with this motion, or you can really get your arms in swinging. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Remembering to come into your chair pose on your inhale. Couple more. Get into it. You can even make a noise. Sigh it out. Let go of yesterday. 2 more. Inhale, we'll all come up to our Tadasana. Reach tall. Exhale, ground down. Hands come down by your side. Go ahead, shake out your hands, shake out your feet. All right, coming back to Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips, soften through your knees. Plant your hands, step back into this high plank. Bring your knees on down to the earth as we slowly lower down to our bellies. Heels of our hands slide back, tops of our feet are on the mat. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest, low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale as we lift through tabletop. And then exhale. We'll gently sweep our legs from either side, coming into this wide-legged forward fold here. Now I'm not going to my fullest expression today, so wherever your legs come, you don't have to push past it. I'm going to allow my feet to relax here. Hands come to my legs wherever they reach, and I'm just going to begin shifting from side to side. So maybe I inhale on the left side, exhale on the right. If you'd like to get a deeper stretch, you can flex those toes back towards your face. If you're not really feeling it, down the inner legs and outer legs. And you don't have to touch your toes here. You're just simply flowing with your breath and to where your body allows you to reach today. Again, every day is different. So don't beat yourself up if you can't touch your toes one day, if you did the other. And then also each side of our body is different, so be very gentle. We'll all gently come back through center. Let's take those feet in, coming into Sukhasana. Quick neck stretches here. So option to keep your hand on top of your knee, or you can take your right hand and slip it underneath your sit bones. Left hand is going to come up and over to the right side of our head. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, bring that left ear to left shoulder. Breathing down the right side of your neck. Inhale, come back through center, gently release, coming up off of our right hand. This time our left hand slips under. Inhale, right arm comes up and over the top to the left side of our head. Inhale through center and then exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Again, there's just a small amount of pressure in my hand. I'm not trying to crank my neck over. I'm going to breathe down this left side of my neck. Again, option to always have your left hand on top of your knee here. And then inhale, come back through center, coming up off both hands. Let's shake our hands out. Stretching out our wrists, take our hands forward like a high five, and then drop them down, stretching out the backs of our wrists here. Come back up, and then exhale, they come down. Inhale, let's bring our arms to the sky. Exhale, gently twist to the right. So we're going to inhale, lift and lengthen through our spine. Exhale, twist gently, only to where your body allows you today. Maybe you take one more inhale, lift a little bit taller, and then exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper if you can. When we inhale, let's leave this left hand on top of our right knee. Right fingertips come to the sky as our shoulders and torso come forward. Exhale, right fingertips over to the left side of the room. And breathing down our right side body. And we want to pull this right knee down towards the earth so we're not hinging and falling over to our left side. Still lengthening through our left side body. I'm not crunching there. Inhale, come back through center. Both hands reach up now. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on top of our left knee. We're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, gently twist. Again, if you want to inhale, sit up nice and tall and twist a little bit deeper, you can, or just stay here and breathe. On our next inhale, we'll come back through center, leaving our hand on top of this left knee. Left fingertips reach towards the sky. And then exhale, left fingertips over to the right side of our mat. Again, still lifting and lengthening through this right side body here. Breathing, you got it. Inhale, we'll come back through center. Both hands reach towards the sky. Exhale, cactus, open your arms. Lift your chest up. Maybe our chin lifts slightly. Let's take our arms, our elbows right to our shoulder height here. Breathe, palms face forward. Stretch through your fingertips. Stretch those palms out. And then exhale, hands gently come to the tops of our knees. Palms face up or down. Bring our shoulders right over our hips and ground down through your seat. Our chin is on the horizon. Take this moment for yourself and maybe thank yourself for getting a little bit of movement in today, or set an intention for the day. Send someone some love that needs it. Whatever comes to mind. When you're ready, gently flutter your eyes open. We'll inhale, our arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Pressing our palms firmly together here. Thank you so much for flowing with me today, you guys. It's always an honor, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.